One shot, let's begin. Ora no Hatsukoi wa Kanawanai. My first love won't come true by Yui. Translated and uploaded by No Group and KSVNTRDN. I, that's all consonants. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's okay. All right, everybody. We read, we react, and we wish everybody a happy Pride Month. So for the rest of June, we're reading nothing but LGBTQI plus manga, and I don't know the runtime of this video quite yet, but this is a big 50 pager, and it's been a long time since I've done one of those, and let's do some Yuri. So let's begin, everybody. I'm still experiencing my first love. I'm off with my childhood friend who lives next door. With this girl. Hey. Hey there, Takun. But my first love won't come true. My first love won't come true. That's because Hina has someone she likes. If you like them that much, you should just go talk to them already. No way. No, that's not it. It's too embarrassing. Want me to invite them to hang out with us? Really? The person my first love likes is a girl? Is there something on my face? They're staring. So, what? Like, how about the three of us go see a movie or something like that? First place winner at the Guess on Rookie trial. My first love won't come true by Yui. Let's see how this goes. I before I even read this, because I don't read these beforehand, I just do like a quick preview to make sure it's appropriate for YouTube. Like, okay, no nudity, great. This is gonna be heartbreaking. I can almost feel it there. It's love won't come true. But yeah, I'm ready to be in tears by the end of this here. Cinema Koi. Oh, what should I do, Takun? I'm so nervous. You went through all the trouble inviting her, didn't you? I mean, whatever. Just do your best. Huh? Thank you. Mm. Yo, you're early. Wow, Ayama-san. Just Rin is fine. I'll call you Hinari, too. Taku, you can call me Rin, too. Yeah, sure. Extroverts are scary. Huh? Oh. Huh? Oh, okay. No. I'm really sorry. It's all because I picked the movie. It's fine. I really wanted to try something Rin-chan recommended anyway. Come to think of it, the movies I usually watch with Hina are Penguin Princess Octopus kid movies. It's so embarrassing. So cute. But for a horror flick, it focused a lot on the characters, so it was pretty interesting. Right? That's exactly what makes that director so good. Next time, I'll bring over my top recommendations. Like how they completely rely on jump scares and sound effects to create terror. Oh, I get that. They actually use a space between to mess with your head. And on top of that, that last scene. Oh, wait. At this rate, Hina won't get a chance to talk at all. Oh, sorry, my shoelace. He's wearing sandals, though. Something smells really good. Sniff. Does the microphone pick up my sniffs? It picks up my coffee for sure. Really? What kind of nose do you have? My bad. It was just a clothing store.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, Hinari. Next time, let's go see Pen Hero 2. I'd love to.
Aw.
Yesterday, I kept clutching the ticket stub all day in the memories, and it ended up getting totally crumpled.
Well, I'm glad to see you're happy.
Takun, thank you so much for inviting Rinchan.
Yeah. This is fine. For now, being the childhood friend who could smile right by her side is enough. From here on, Hina will fall in love many times, and she will get hurt deeply each time. And I'll be right there beside her to cry with her. And then, in the end, she should fall in love with me. I, the great Cupid, will be the one to bring the two of you together. Just like back then. I'll keep walking right by Hina's side, like this, believing in the misfortune that awaits her ahead because I know that for Hina's love to come true is just about as likely as my own love coming true. Because I already know just how difficult it is. Taku, perfect timing! Let me take a look at your English notes for today. Wow, sorry about that.
Everyone around me is an idiot. See?
What's your deal? Stuff like that isn't exactly normal to say to a guy. Huh? Huh? Hmm?
Man, you really saved me. Thanks, Hinari. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But still, the moments like this is really frustrating.
Everyone went to the school cafeteria. Yoink. Here. Yum, yum. A little for it.
Want a bite?
Want a bite? Fireworks festival.
Yeah, exactly. Since we have the chance, how about the three of us? What do you think?
Sure. Let's go. Everyone else around me said they're going with guys anyways.
Oh?
By the way, are you two dating?
No way, you're wrong. We aren't like that at all.
Yeah, exactly. Takun is just a childhood friend.
No. 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 I knew that already. Come on.
When something bad happens, he's the one closest to me who feels sad. And when something good happens, he's the one closest to me who smiles. Always being by my side. He's the greatest childhood friend in the whole world. Isn't that a bit more than just a childhood friend? Well, whatever. I'm relieved. See you tomorrow then.
Relieved? Hina? Should we head home too? Hina?
Maybe I should confess tomorrow.
Are you sure about that? I mean, back in middle school.
I I just got confessed to by Hina-chan. Is she like gay or something? Sounds like it. Girl on girl thing. I'm not into it. Don't say it like that. Really? What? What? Is that girl really like that? Oh, if that happens, I'll just have Takun, comfort me again. Just kidding. I'm really no good.
You can't go getting all timid like that. Because I'm rooting for you. That's a lie. I actually want her to get rejected, just like back then. And when that happens, I want to cry with her to her heart's content. All over again. And then if everything goes well,
Sorry to keep you waiting, Takun.
maybe she'll become my girlfriend.
Let's go.
You're.
Oh, you're so cute, Hinari.
I can't even say that one word.
Right, Taku. How do I put it? I actually have something I need to talk to you about. Whisper, whisper.
Huh?
Could we maybe be alone together later?
Wait. All right, Hinari. Let's go find a good spot to watch.
Let's go.
What was that just now? Alone together? Why? With me? Today, Hina's supposed to confess to Rin. Confess. Sorry, you two, relatives. It looks like my relatives are nearby. I'm gonna go meet up with them.
Takun, is he doing this out of consideration for me?
Excuse me. That look. Excuse me. I see. So that's what it was all along. Everything that's happened until now.
Taku, let me take a look at your notes.
Rin feels that way about me? Well, whatever. I'm relieved then. How convenient for me. Hina, today, gets rejected. That is, without a doubt, the normal way things go, because I was right in front of Hina. I ran away before even thinking, but I have to get back to Hina's side. I need to be standing right next to her. From now on, Hina is going to get hurt. And then she'll experience my kindness and finally realize I'm right here. Ah, they kiss. Uh, what?
Taku, this is what it looks like. We're channel people. Talk about bad timing, Taku. I was thinking of asking Taku for advice about Hinari, but then... Embarrassing. Rin feels that way about me.
No, wait. Was I completely wrong about that from the very start? So that means the two of them just naturally. Ugh.
Taku, wait, I found something.
Ugh. What the heck? I'm just getting in the way, right?
You're
Huh?
This is the ticket stub from the movie we watched together a long time ago.
Damn it, you're wrong! No! That's right. I've loved you all along, Hina. But because I'm a coward, no matter how many times Hina fell for someone else, I just assumed that in the end she would always come back to my side. So I just assumed her love would never come true anyway, and just smiled next to her. Pathetic. I know, when all I actually ended up doing is playing matchmaker to bring you two together. Even today, I was fantasizing about comforting Hina after she got rejected and hurt, getting all carried away by myself over that idea. I'm the absolute worst. I'm just a nuisance. The spot next to Hina is no longer meant for me.
But Tuck, too. I want to be together with you, too. No matter what you're thinking, Tuck is still Tuck. The Tuck that I see, that's the real Tuck to me. Because I've always been saying my Tuck's words. You probably hate the idea, but I'm really grateful to you, too.
But the one walking by Hina's side from now on, is it me?
Thing too. The spot next to me isn't limited to just one person. Is that really how that works, Hinari? What?
It's just so like Hina. So stupid, really.
Oh, come on.
I'm still standing by Hina's side. I can still look at Hina's smiling face in the exact same spot as always. Smile. Completely different from any she has shown before. But now, I can truly wish for Hina's happiness a little more honestly and purely than I did yesterday, because Tina's courage and the outcome finally made me realize my first love won't come true after all. Well, that was fun. I'm I want my guess yeah. I was guessing why this one was so lowly rated. You know, because I'm like, this is a pretty good story. Like, I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun voice acting. I also just gotta remember to drink water before these things, because Mountain Dew, not the best for the voice acting. You know, like the syrup gets caught in your vocal cords and such. So that's why sometimes a little bit more raspy when I try to do those voices, or it's a little harder if I don't properly hydrate. I need to be better about that. So yeah, my guess is just people who are like, oh, 1 star because he didn't get with the girl or nothing happened, you know? Um, or maybe because I could see this going both of one of two ways, right? Where it's like it could be either or. One is that the guy doesn't get the girl, right? Like that's a pretty common thing with childhood friend stories, right? With romance, especially one shots. Guy gets the girl, the childhood friend and the childhood friends are supposed to end up together, right? That is the archetype, that is the trope. um but he does it, so that could upset those fans, and it might be that maybe you have people who are a bit more, I don't know if incel would be the right word, because I don't think this is full-fledged incel, but I could see some people being a little like pissed off that this guy goes on like a big rant, and he's like, oh, I want you to get hurt, I want to be by your side, I know it's pathetic and stuff in here, and da 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 da. And like he's like wishing for horrid things to her to happen, and then he ends up next to her still at the end, and she forgives him. I could see some people being like, no, that shouldn't happen either, right? So that's part of why I think it has a lower rating than it should, because I believe that this is an award-winning story. Like, it's well drawn, the characters are distinct, everybody has their own personality. See, I just took a deep breath in there. Already coughing. Everybody has their own personality, and it's really good
just the story, how it takes you and throws you for a loop. This art style is very, very familiar to me. Is this what's the one with Asta called? Black Clover? Is this like a Black Clover one shot? Or is this inspired by Black Clover? I don't know. She looks pretty familiar in terms of like the facial design. I don't think it. Black. I'm sorry. This is just such a. This is just such a funny panel, because that's part of what I like about this story too. Is it really takes you for a loop several times throughout the story, and you just have those absurd moments here. Where okay, childhood friend here, da 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 da. She's a lesbian, sure, why not? And then you go here and they're in a movie theater. Okay, they're having fun. She's cute and whatnot. Now she's out of popcorn and whatever. And then the next thing is like a jump scare. It's like if somebody was reading this at 2 in the morning and they were a little scared of this type of stuff, I could see them like, oh, being like a little scared from that. That's kind of funny. And I could see this the author being like, I apologize to for like putting that in there. Now, it's aside from that, that's fun. And then like there's a little moment where they say stupid, so it's sweet. It has a little ticket, and he's keeping the ticket too. She's keeping the ticket. So she had her side, he had his side. They were both kind of yearning in a similar way. They just had someone added to the group, right? Uh, and then this one saying everyone is an idiot. See, I read this wrong. This one here, then that one. And this was just like a funny moment too. Oh, about that. Boom. Man, you really saved me. And then you just see the relationship build, right? Really frustrating. Boom, cafeteria. As they try to get closer and closer and closer with them. And then they're still watching movies. And then she goes and she munches on his. And then offers him a bite too. Or offers her a bite. I'm like, dude, that's a really big bite of the ice cream too. That's also like, I'd be actually pissed off at that. That's actually one of the things that bothers me about certain people. And I'll just say like extroverts, people think they get away with it. When you like take my property, or you like take like my food, and property might be a bit strong of a word, but I would use in cases where like it's a little thing, and then you just play it off as a joke. I'm like, come on, that's not cool. Don't do that. For this one too, like I've had people go and like take a bite of my food or take something, and I just got extraordinarily pissed off at them right afterwards. I'm like, you don't want, because that's where I draw the line with that. So for this one, I'd be immensely more pissed off. But you know, it's but it turns into a sweet moment the next time, and maybe that was her strategy. Maybe she just wanted 2 scoops of ice cream, and she knew that this guy was into her, so she went and like did this, so he couldn't say anything, right? But I also like the fact that she was clarifying if they're dating, because this is again a very realistic scenario. Another part of why this is a good romance. You have the slow build up as they're slowly getting together, slowly becoming closer as a group, and then she's interested in her, and so then she goes and asks, "Hey, are you two dating?" Because if they are, then whatever. That she has to move on, and if not, hey, I have a shot. And then this one, oof, because Tak, I get it with Tak-kun too, right? The trope is that a childhood friend is supposed to get the girl. He loves her. It's his first crush or whatnot. Who knows how long they've been around each other. It's just that, and I appreciate that he doesn't get with her in the end because, she's just a lesbian, right? Fair enough. She's just not into him. And so his childhood crush won't work out. But I could see it from him too, where he just feels crushed by this. Lesbian thing or whatever. He's still in denial or whatnot. And to just hear he's just a childhood friend, I could see them being like, you know. And that's kind of one of those things where there are like certain phrases when you hear them. And, I've mentioned this before. Not like a childhood friend, but things like an ex has told me that even like a decade later, they just kind of stick with you. You pause and you're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. But then this extra childhood speech saying that he's the best, I don't know, like how you would feel after that too. It'd be like maybe I still have a shot, right? Would probably be the main thing. He's the greatest in the whole world, and it's nice that she's like hyping him up, but I don't know. Like, was the purpose of that just she's really grateful for him? Or, that's probably the purpose. I don't think she was suspecting that they were into each other. Or maybe she just wants to. It's probably just a gratitude thing. Unless she really just wanted to friend zone him pretty hard. They're like, no, 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 done. That he's the best childhood friend in the world. And then isn't that more than just a childhood friend? And her being dut moves on and just accepts the answer. Good. She's seeing the signals too. She's like, the only reason she'd ask is whatever. So she knows she has a shot. And then this guy reminds her of her past and because his goal is to have her get rejected, but he's still encouraging her, which is working at the same time. Boom, flustered, they're cute. I could see the realistic misunderstanding here. She's blushing because she wants to go and ask Hina out. Excuse me. She wants to ask Hina out, right? And for him, he sees her blushing and like, okay, great, must be for me, right? Because he wants to be alone later. And I get like everything is just so realistic with this, which is part of why I like this. I can understand each of these characters' motivations differently, and the misunderstandings aren't like the misunderstandings you would see in a rom-com like this, where it's like, Takun and Hinari, what's the other one? And Rin, okay. So Takun, Hin, and Renari. Takun goes into a room and then Hina opens the door. And then, they fall on top of each other. And Rin now thinks they're dating. What's happening now? Right? Like, that's like, we just fell into this scenario. Or like there might be like a message and then they just run away before they can explain. But I like the fact that all this buildup, it makes complete sense in all of their heads what's going on. And it's just a complete misunderstanding, right? She's not trying to mislead him. He's trying to mislead both of them, right? Or he's ultimately trying to make sure she gets rejected, so deceptive, sure. But then you understand why he thinks he has a chance. And then with her, just innocent, lovely, he's been there her whole life. Because even though he's thinking and saying these things, he's still helping and encouraging her, right? And then this guy was kind of hard to voice act, to be quite honest. Not from maybe my voice is a little bit drier because I didn't have my water and I hydrated with Mountain Dew. And I was walking a lot today. My humble brag, 22,000 steps. Ye to the ha with that, but that wasn't the issue. The issue with the voice was more so I was trying to figure out his emotions throughout all of this. Because, like, when he was, like, running away, like, I have to go leave. I have to go leave. I could see, I almost felt like he was a little bit sad, like, yeah, or maybe just a little bit happy because maybe he would be a little bit into her, whatever. But then have it be like this, where he's a little bit more desolate and just a little more crazy, but you don't want to go full Joker mode with him because he's not a supervillain. Instead, it's like a bit of a sadism, right? Like, because it's the author's clearly also not trying to paint him as a good guy at the moment here, right? She's gonna get rejected, and when she gets rejected, I'll be there to scoop her up, right? And I want to see her hurt. I want to see her pain. I want to see her tears. And then, even this here, you go and you get rid of the dialogue. It's a scary looking panel. It looks like he wants to hurt her. And like, the author's physically, what do you call it? It's just showing a drawing of like the intention, right, of it, the connotation of it. So, he's getting ready because he is going to hurt them emotionally or whatever. Or then he's going to scoop her up. But then, and this is a really good one too, right? where it's like, uh-oh, she's crying, she's happy, or she's crying and he's happy. But it also makes sense that there's tears of joy, right? Because she's happy, her love is coming true after all that like childhood trauma and stuff, and dealing with getting rejected and whatever as a lesbian and bullied or whatnot. And he could also see, oh no, like she proudly told her that she likes Takun, but then they kiss, and it's like, whoa, boom, boom, boom. And then you understand that he's like frazzled, of course. And then this also was like another one that I first, great drawing, right? Look at just the variety in these panels here. We're here, boom, the lighting, the shading, you get the fireworks here, you get him, you get this beautiful fireworks, and you get the little dots, you get the kiss, you get, I don't know why there's sparkle there. Is that what happens every time lesbians kiss? Is there a little sparkle? Like, um, and so, you know, just the sheer art and variety of this panel, and then boom, 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 and just these scraggly things. Because as I was reading this, I'm like, oh wait, I need to kind of dissociate or try to have like a bit of a dissociative um emotion during this, because you see all the scraggly, everything's kind of falling. Like, I don't think it's sad. Like, Rin feels that way about me. No, wait. Was I completely wrong? It's not a sad feeling, right? Or is it like, it's also, I don't know, like a little bit anxious, or like, you gotta, his world's kind of collapsing, but like, Rin feels that way about me? No, wait, was I completely wrong about that from the start? Like, oh, you could also do a very panicky tone with this here, because he also just runs away and does whatever. And you can understand, like, uh-oh, he had expectations, then immediately they're slashed, his childhood friend thing isn't going to happen. And then, like, when he runs away and he drops this is also, like, a really good thing. This wallet serves, I think, multiple purposes. Well, obviously. One, and this is why this is so well written, is if Takun runs away after them kissing, I I could easily see them not chasing him. Right? That makes complete sense. Oh, he just saw us kissing. Like maybe he wants to get his privacy, or it's a little weird, or like, oh, okay, we'll figure it out. Would it make sense if they chase after him still? Yes, absolutely. But this wallet now gives them an incentive to actually go and get him too, and get some answers. More incentivized. Wait, you drop something, and the whole like note in there. That's a good way to, and that's like another thing that's so beautiful about this moment is it gets radically misinterpreted, right? Because I could easily see him holding this memento. Um, wait. Let me just make sure. This is. Wait a minute. Did I misunderstand this? Oh God, I think I did. Damn it! Because I didn't know the Japanese until now. I get it. That's an extra thing, but that's why I'm like reading this again. So let me just go here and show them. It's when them two were going to the movie theater, not them three, because that's what I thought it was. Let me just double check here. Yep, that looks like a completely different character. And realistically too, Pen Hiro 2. When I look at this, I know enough Japanese to recognize that that's PE for, and then I'm guessing Pengu. So Pengu. So it's Penguin Hero 2. Right? He kept it because like he loved her, right? And I was gonna have a more sinister interpretation where it's like if he held all three of them, when they all three went together, it's like, oh, well, he's celebrating the day that he's gonna eventually, get with her, because they're trying to paint him as a little sinister in this instant, but no, he just loves her in this case. So with this one too, it's like, oh, he absolutely adores her, which is why he went and kept onto this ticket. And then this whole like monologue too. I just assumed that in the end she would always come back to my side. So I just assumed her love would never come true anyways, and just smile next to her. No matter how many times. I want to double check this. Yeah, okay. This one, this could have been. What did I do? I think I did like a bit of an angry turn with a little sad and nearly crying. Because this is another one where the emotions are a little complicated, right? Because this might be one where he's trying to be an asshole just because he wants to get rid of them. You can also consider this like a mask off moment where he's just angry and trying to say whatever. But it also could just be his real self, where like he's like, yeah, I've just been an asshole this entire time, but also feeling a little bit sad while doing this, and he's feeling these complicated emotions here. And then, you know, I'm just a nuisance. And it's like, yeah, I should just leave you. I know this was never whatever. Like, I see all these complex emotions because he wanted to get her hurt. He wanted to be by her side. He wants to do this, that, or the other. And then I'm just a nuisance. The spot next to Hina is no longer meant for me. And this one, um, I could see like her just kind of be like, okay. I could see her easily be like, yeah, okay, buddy, whatever. But this is where you would think that she is the main character because she just like forgives the guy. It's like I want to be together with you too. I want you by my side, you know? The Takun that I see, that's the real Takun to me. Um, because she's like, oh, you're being down to yourself. You wanted to see this, that, or the other, but no, you're not. Your thoughts, your your actions, and that's like the thing too. Is, are you your thoughts or are you your actions? I guess it really depends who you go to, because he might have said like all of these horrendous things, thought these horrendous things, but he also did play matchmaker to an extent, and to her, she would be really, really grateful for that. And maybe she thinks he's just in a dark place, and he's like, I guess, fuck it, you guys got together, sure, whatever. Or maybe even she thinks, well, maybe you thought I had a thing for you, and then now that's why you left here. Because I could see that being a thing, being said by Takun's words. But the one walking by Hina aside from now isn't me. Spot next to me is, and of course this extra. I might have misconstrued this one too, but the one walking by Hina's side from now on isn't me. I could I forget who I did, if I did her voice or if I did his voice. But this is also just that naive innocence that I think you could see that Rin loved. And she's like, the spot next to me isn't limited to just one person. And like the guy is like, I meant your girlfriend, or sorry, I meant you'd be my girlfriend, or I'd be your boyfriend. And even she kind of recognizes the that she's like, you know what? This is why I love this girl. She's so innocent. She's so lovely. And then even he's like, you know, that's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's technically not how it works, but if you say that's how it works, we'll say that's how it works. Same charm of like Luffy. And then I can still look at her side, but then, you know, and this is where I wonder what's going to happen. Because I think the implication he's accepting this, right? He's like, this is not going to work out, right? And you know, it's thanks to her curse, and now I can realize that, and I can still see that jealousy though, like in the same exact space as always, but now it's different than any she has shown before. And maybe he's accepted it fully, and then time will heal it, and then he'll just kind of support them. Or, this is something I really want to see like a series about. Maybe we get another couple chapters and see what happens. Or maybe it's okay if we just leave it be. So those don't look like particularly well drawn feet. I don't know, because I like the art, but then I'm like, wait, what? Because like they're little nubs. Another thing I wanted to, but the hands look well drawn. One of the things too, an underrated aspect of this that I really, really like, and I know I'm hitting on 40 minutes, so I apologize. Art is good, backgrounds are good, characterization is good. is if we look at the character design too. So a lot of animes, a lot of shows tend to have a same face syndrome, where it's like, okay, if you remove their hair or change the color, would they have the same face? You can immediately see all three of them have different faces, right? You can remove the hair. The eyes are distinct here. You see the eyebrows are there. And then for him, he has just a different eye texture in general. But then when you see some of the supporting characters, I don't count this one. I mean, you see the old people here, like a businessman and the guy. He's like, oh, okay, distinct. But then you see their classmates, especially. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just wait a second. There we go. Again, super cool, super distinct designs, at least her. And even this hairstyle is great. I had no trouble telling the people apart. But then seeing the style of Rin versus Hina was another really cool aspect throughout the story because you could just see that she presents a little bit more masculine. Well, you see, those are cargo shorts here. You have the little scarf that like preppy people wear, and then what do you call that? Tank top or like a cut sleeve. And then she's dressing in a dress, like a little bit more feminine. And I love that that's represented through this. And even as you go on too, let's keep going. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. They got their school uniforms on. But even in their school uniforms, see? Doesn't have the little ribbon on, just kind of has a little obviously has to wear a skirt because whatever. But let's look at their yukata. A hoodie without sleeves. Oh, she still wears the booty shorts. And she's wearing a skirt at the same time. See? Very different. Although I don't really wear my booty shorts. She has this beautiful yukata. Or is it a kimono? I'm not sure. But then you see her. She's wearing like a shirt and jeans. And it looks like she really likes tank tops. But then the hairstyle too, right? First, this is beautiful. But then you see how she has all these like layers. She has this little pin. And then from the back, when they kiss, you'll see. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Well, first, it's even right here. You see like the little fade or maybe the undercut or whatever. You see it here. It's like, whoa, look at that when they kiss. Like the detail is still there. I just really love all these details by the author. And also it's just a good story. They respected the lesbianism here. There were misinterpretations, but the misinterpretations weren't ones that were a bit of a stretch. Okay, this one's ongoing. Man, if that story was that good, I would hope this one would be just as good. It seems a little different, a little sea focused. Colico in the ocean, so I don't know. We'll see. Wait, did I win an award here? No, Cosmic Special. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. Gosh, I should have like saved that for the end too. I don't know if I'll be able to top that one in terms of quality. But yeah, everybody, thank you all for watching. I hope you find the love of your life, and if the love of your life is just you, that's cool too. So, with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being more, and y'all. Peace out.